Well, Hudson, Katy Perry no longer feels like a plastic bag floating in the wind.
What a great line.
She just recently ended up in space. If you remember, we talked about this story not too long ago. There was an announcement from Blue Origin, which is the space company owned by Amazon's Jeff Bezos.
Yes, Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey Bezos, born in 1961. But they had planned this flight, which was an all-female flight, including Katy Perry, Gayle King, Alicia Bow, Amanda Nugent, Carrie Ann Flynn, and Lauren Sanchez, which is, I believe, his fiance.
Yeah.
And they spent approximately 11 minutes in space on a round-trip flight beyond the internationally recognized boundary of space. So they just, they kissed space. It was
Yeah.
a little trip.
Mm-hmm, just a little touch.
Yeah.
They grazed space.
Yeah. But it was pretty fun. So it was the all-female flight crew. They were about 62 miles above the Blue Origin launch site, which is in Van Horn, Texas. And that distance it extends just beyond the Kármán line, which qualifies as outer space. And they spent a few minutes in zero gravity before returning back to Texas. And when they landed, everybody came out of the spacecraft.
Uh-huh.
And Katy Perry was seen exiting the spacecraft, and then she kissed the ground.
Oh, my gosh. After barely being in space
for 11
minutes.
Yeah, which, again, I feel like it is kind of laughable for somebody to do that, but also with all of the craziness we have seen with flying and all the stuff that's been happening in this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shocked, and I'm also not upset that someone would do this, because honestly, I could see someone doing this after a flight.
Yeah.
Like a regular flight.
You get off the plane, you kiss the
ground.
You kiss the ground inside the carpet inside the terminal. Oh, I'm so glad to be on terra firma again.
Yes.
She's just too much, though, Katy Perry. Did you see she was singing while she was up there, which I guess makes sense, but also she's just too much.
They were begging her to sing Firework, which is the lyric that I started with, but she wouldn't do it.
Why would you not sing Firework, Katy Perry?
I don't know. That to me is the reason why she even ended up getting on this flight in the first place.
That could have been a bad omen, though.
Maybe. She could have sung her song. Doesn't she have an extraterrestrial song too?
She does have
That one's not as
good.
Popular. Well, I don't know if I would say it's, as good. Mm-hmm. That would mean Firework is good.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can be worse than bad.
True.
And I think Katy Perry sometimes is definite proof of that. Did you see the pictures of Gayle King getting on the flight?
I did not.
In line to get on the flight, because that's kind of been turned into a thing.
Oh no.
She looks, for somebody about to go into space, she looks very unimpressed.
Looks pretty glum.
Yeah.
I will say the thing that kind of threw me off a little bit is, for the most part, when we see space travelers, they're wearing very heavy suits and they look very cumbersome. Of course, for this all-female crew, they ended up in spandex.
Yeah.
I was like, where did these suits come from?
Well,
what in the Star Trek is this?
I know they were trying to put, glam and fashion. That was a big Katy Perry, Gayle King thing. They were talking about it.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Well, it was evident in the get-ups that they had on.
Yeah. Yeah. They were trying to bring fashion back to space or into space for the first time. Can you imagine if you were an alien and that is what you were greeted with, is Katy Perry and Gayle King and that flight?
Yeah.
Katy Perry singing.
I'd be like, what is happening right now?
We're leaving this planet alone.
Yeah, please go home.
While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.